Hey guys, Adam here. So today I'm going to do a little DIY video on changing over your cast drainage pipe over to PVC. So I'm having a big issue here, and luckily mine runs through the basement, but I'm going to give y'all just a small quick DIY on how to do this if you're having issues with yours. Hopefully it goes quick and easy. So I've never really done it myself, so we'll see. What? I know it ain't flushing. It'll be all right. So you can see I've got shit draining out right now into this bucket. But we're gonna knock this out, take it a little at a time, step by step, see if we can get it done. All right, so I'm gonna start by ripping all this insulation paper, whatever the hell it is, shit off right here. We're gonna use a reciprocating sawzall, whatever the hell you wanna call it. Cut this shit out. It's the first thing I'm gonna do is cut this old pipe out. I'm gonna cut it out in sections. They make special cast iron blades that you use. It's supposed to make it easier. So we're gonna try that. Yeah. I've got to get it out of here. Okay. Are you going to the backyard or are you staying in here?
I'm going to the backyard and I'm going to practice out there for a minute and then come back in here and practice more down there. And I'm going back up to the round thing.
Alright, so now that I've got the majority of that shit off, I mean, there's still some back here in behind this HVAC, but I'm going to try to get most of that out, just one solid pipe. But I'm going to go ahead and start cutting sections out of this. I don't know how heavy it's going to be, but go ahead and start cutting some sections and shit out and see what happens. Not right now. You call her here in a minute.
What did you say?
I said not right now. You call her here in a minute. That's poo-poo water.
Pee and poop water.
Pee and poop water.
Tata moment, I lost the ring. Oh, that is why did you cut that hole in the thing? So you can put a new one in?
Yeah.
How long will it take to put a new one in? Few minutes?
It'll take a little while.
I want some more.
Come over and cut a little more.
It stinks, Daddy. It stinks.
Oh, I know it does.
Hey, Daddy.
Hmm?
After you get done, will you clean this, Daddy?
Well, if I can get done, I will. We'll just have to see if I can get done.
Daddy, all this is going in the drain.
I know, it's nasty, isn't it?
Daddy, watch it not get on the phone.
It'll be alright. So you're not gonna eat it? It's okay. I know it does, Lynn. It smells terrible.
Hey, Daddy.
What? Yeah. As long as we have time, yeah.
You probably will want time. Daddy, stop on my mommy.
Hang on a minute.
You're big and tall, Daddy. You're big and tall. Hey, Daddy.
Hmm?
That stuff goes that way. It's in our house. It's what I do in our house.
I didn't put it on you. I didn't put anything at all on you. Goofy. Alright, so we got that section cut out. It's right there. You can see shit running all on the floor. Oh, joy. Alright, guys. So, I got the rest of the pipe right here cut out. And you can see this right here is for the sink. So, it kind of goes up in there and does some kind of bullshit. I don't know exactly where it's at, so I'm just gonna put one of those rubber couplings on it. But you can see the hole right here through the floor. So what I did there was just went up top. So where it's cast iron, I don't know if it's all made this way or not, but this piece right here was up there and then bent. So I just run a screwdriver behind it, pried it up, and kind of got it bent up like this to where it would come through the floor. So now what I'm gonna do is measure from here to the pipe and the top of my T right in here in this area and see exactly what distance I've got to have. I'm gonna cut that piece out of my PVC pipe, and then I've got one of the flanges that's gonna mount to the floor, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm gonna cut the camera off for a little bit, measure everything, cut everything, and once I get everything together, I'll show you how everything's gonna mount in the house itself. All right, guys. So, as you can see, I got the flange here coming through the floor. I haven't bolted it down yet, but I have sat the toilet on top of it to kind of hold it still to see where we're at. Now I'm going to use this little contraption here to come down. This is going to mount to the sink, and I'm going to use a rubber flex hose here and then put a drain plug on the end. But it should look like this. It's not been glued yet, and I'm going to have a turn this around here and have a little piece of pipe and a flex hose between here. Get me another little piece of 2-inch pipe to connect to about right there, and then have a flex hose on the two. Bolt them together, put a plug on the end, get rid of these hangers and get some new hangers. But as far as one toilet, once I glue that together, this one toilet's just about finished up, and then I can start running my main pipe through there. And at that point, I'm gonna have one more toilet, one sink, and then the bathtub to do, and we should be in good shape. Okay, guys. So when it comes to putting this flange in the floor, you may have to make your hole just a little bit bigger, but your bolts right here, this is what's going to come through the bottom of your toilet, hold the toilet on. So you got these little slots in the new flange. Push it in, slide it over, and it will lock in place here and here, and it'll be tight. So you're going to take screws and screw your flange to the floor. It'll keep your flange tight, and then bolt it, put a wax seal, one of these wax seals on the bottom of the toilet under this part, and it will sit down over top of this. The flange will fit into here, and you'll be done up top. So then you'll go underneath, and we'll start running the piping underneath. All right, so now we're gonna screw this flange to the floor. All right, cool. That's done. All right, so when you put your wax seal on, you gotta flip the toilet over. This is gonna come with plastic over it. Just pull here to remove, grab it from the center. And there you go. So this is going to take, you're going to stick it out right here, like so. The flange of this is going to mount into that. All right, so it's a mess in here, but you can see where the bolts come through. You'll tighten them down. You'll have these little white caps. You put the little white washers on. These little white caps will pop over top of it, and it'll hide the screws. All right, guys, so back underneath here, little black flange I was telling you about. This right here, that is the flange from the wax seal. And you can see it's inside of our pipe and around the toilet. So it shouldn't leak. Now we're ready to put our glue our section of PVC a little better. So I'm sure most of you guys already know how to glue, but you want to make sure you're gluing everything right. So when you're doing that, you're going to use the orange primer and then the glue itself. And the way you want to do that, put you some primer on. It's just a little purple primer shit. Put it on. And then your glue. Put your glue on. And then put glue. Put glue on both sides, primer and glue. Put it down in there. The piece right there was trying to come out, but put it in there and glue it good. So you can see what we've kind of come up with here. So this is the section, the smaller piece that's going to come off, and we're going to use this black flex coupling that will go onto the cast pipe from the sink. Your toilet's going to be here, come down going this way. The sink's going to come down here and go this way, and then over here on the end, we're going to have a cap that we can snake or drain or whatever. We're going to put this on there, pull it off, be able to snake it or drain it or whatever we have to do if it clogs up again. Because we've been having a lot of plumbing problems, and we're trying to fix them this time and not have to worry about it again. So, but that's the gist of that. This is glued, this is glued. So everything on this section is glued. Now we're ready to flex that in where it goes and glue this piece up into the bottom of the floor. Okay, so what problem I ran into right there, this was straight, this was off just a little bit, so it wouldn't line up. So what I'm going to do to fix that issue is put a coupling in it. We're going to glue it, and while it's still damp, we'll be able to move these pieces to get them lined up. It's kind of a lot going on right here in this little spot, but it won't be a big deal. We should have it now. Cool, right there. All right, so now our coupler, a little bit of the purple primer, a little bit of the primer right here on this. Kind of hard to see right there, but we'll get it. A bit of glue. A little bit of glue right here on this.
Daddy, I need to please
That right there.
Can I go upstairs and pee?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go upstairs, but don't
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, you can go upstairs and pee. Alright, so now Glue this. Purple primer in here on the outside of this. Primer in here. You gotta be careful right here. It's kind of hard to get in there, but make sure you get it good so it doesn't leak. Alright. That right there. Go around this piece here. Best you can. Go here. Put our flex hose. Our flex hose close. We can go ahead and put this into here. Alright. That was the tricky part. Alright. So now we've got our flex hose on. Right there is that. So now we need a flathead screwdriver here. Tighten these clamps down, let this right here dry. We should be done on this section right here. Alright, so we got that up in there. You can see, glued everything up top, got everything over here. We're just missing the cap in the end. We got to put the cap in the end. Flex hose is on and tight. So now we got to run our main pipe through here. So this pipe, you can see where it's coming through the wall. So what I'm going to try to do is cut it. It's coming out right here. I'm gonna try to cut it right in here somewhere and slide it, if I can, back through the wall. Maybe pull it down under this piece right here and slide it out. I don't know that that's gonna work, but that's the only way I know to do it with the wall right there. That's what I'm gonna try. But we'll give it a whirl, see what happens. All right, so now we're gonna cut this section of pipe. Like I said, right around in here. Try to get this little section out where we can drop it, pull it through the wall. But we've got some electrical lines and stuff right here we got to be careful about. That'll probably be the best spot right there. We've got the new piece of PVC pipe. I'm getting ready to put it together over there. We got to slide it through the wall right here, back into the other room. Over here. Shit's a mess, but I've got it slid through right there. I've got my coupling glued in and everything, and there's where we cut the cast. So I've got to cut another section of cast and cut that PVC there and couple that together. We've got the other sink right here, the other toilet right here, and then we're into the 90. And once we get to this section, I'm gonna cut it off about right in here somewhere, probably, maybe a little higher. And we'll be good. That'll be all the cast gone except for what goes right down into the septic. And everything else will be PVC. Hopefully we won't have to worry about shit clogging up every time we turn around. But I'm gonna glue this right here back together, and that will be all this done. Okay guys, so I'm gonna have to cut it short. I gotta work overtime tonight, and I'm not gonna have time to get everything done, but I'm just gonna show you what I've got done here. So I've got the flange at the toilet. There's the sink. I've got it flexed off right there. Got to put the cap in the end. The new PVC goes all the way through, back through the wall into the other room. And what I'm going to do for the time being, got it coming out here, and I've got it coupled into the cast, and I'm going to run this probably until tomorrow, long enough for my daughter and wife to use the bathroom and everything and take a shower and stuff, and then I'll probably try to knock the rest of this out tomorrow. But that's all I'm going to get done, and that's how I've done it, you know. And we're trying to go with PVC instead of cast. The shit's all caked up. I mean, it's nasty. I can show y'all just kind of what the cast looks like on the inside. Shit's all corroded up, nasty as shit. But I'll show you a little piece here, if you can see. Stuff's corroded real bad. That's all I'm gonna do for today. Oh, shit all over me. We're gonna see what it does. Make sure everything that I've got doesn't leak, but I gotta work overtime tonight, so hopefully I'll knock the rest out tomorrow. But guys, I don't have a big channel yet. I may never have, but if you like this video and it's helped you at all, if you're thinking of doing this and any of these tips or watching this has helped, kindly like and subscribe, leave a comment below, anything. I appreciate all of it. So, but thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.